Hello friends, I am your host today, Dr. Sanjay Gupta. I am your host of this session. I will tell palmistry about the lines of a palm. How many lines are there in our palm? So I will tell you about main lines, and there are two types of lines. Main lines, then specific lines. We will talk about first we will talk about main lines, then we will describe about specific lines, special lines of a palm on our palm. So please concentrate here. There are three main lines on a man or woman palm. That is lifeline, first lifeline. Second is brain line or heart headline, and third is heart line. This is its starting point is at Mercury mount and going up to Jupiter mount. Some people in some books, its initial point of the Jupiter of the heart line is they are telling about this. Its starting point at Jupiter mount, but as per my knowledge and experience, its starting point is at Mercury mount and ending at the Jupiter mount, or it can end somewhere in any mount, or somewhere in any other point. So we will describe in our other videos that if heart line is little less, so what will be the result of it, and if lifeline is little less, so what will be the result of it. So it's the I will describe slowly in our next videos. At this time I am describing about lines. So we describe here three main lines: lifeline, brain line or headline, third is heart line. So I will describe little here about the lifeline, headline and heart line. We see lifeline and describe its event or any injury or any illness. We can see here in our lifeline, and progress also indicated here by lifeline. So we will describe in our next videos how we can predict illness, how can we predict for injury or accident will be happen in future with a person. So we will tell about this in our next videos. Second is that is brain line or headline. This line indicates about our mental status and illness, about mental health, or if some head injury or this type of any event will be happen in future with us. Though so and palmist can see that event here and can predict. And third main line is heart line. This indicates our health, about heart health, and if some people have BP related issues or lungs related issues, cold, cough and this type of things, we can trace here by heart line. So these three lines are main lines. Some people count luck line as a main line, but luck line is not main line. That is luck line. It can be start at bracelet line, and or it can be start from lifeline. So we will see what result will be here. So I am talking about only main lines and specific lines. So main lines will were three, and some people in some books they are telling luck line or fate line as a main line, but it's not a main line, because main lines are those lines which lines are present in every person palm. So three lines will be there in every person, that is lifeline, headline or brain line and heart line. These are main lines, and other lines can be or cannot be. If specific lines are there in any personal palm, so its result will be good, or it will boost the result of something. So if luck line is there in a palm, so luck will be boosted. So likewise, so now we are going on specific lines or special lines. On that special line, first line is Mars line. That is Mars line. It goes parallel to the lifeline, and so it's Mars line. Second one I indicated here Sun line. Sun line will be started at the heart line and goes towards Saturn mount. This is Saturn mount. I will describe mounts in our next videos. So this is Sun line. Next is Mercury line. This is at Mercury mount. Mercury line. And other is, next is foreign line. This starts from Moon mount and can be goes up to Venus mount, or can be, I will describe here what are the result of this line. So this is foreign line. Next, other is, I tell about this line. This is fate line. Some people as I told before, that some people tell this line is main line, but it's not a main line, it's a specific line. So fate line and luck line, same line is this. And other is friend line. Friend line, the vertical lines at the Mars mount, that are friend lines. Enemy lines, horizontal lines on the Mercury mount, on the Mars mount are enemy line. So please remember, horizontal lines on Mars mount are enemy lines, and vertical lines at Mars mount are friend line. Friend line can be at any finger, or at anywhere. Horizontal lines, I will tell about lines, friend line and enemy line can be anywhere on palm. So I am telling about only Mars mount at this time. I will describe more about enemy lines and friend lines in our next videos. And one more line I will tell here, tension line. Tension line, that is at the Venus mount. Horizontal lines at Venus mount are described as a tension line. And more two lines are there, marriage lines. Marriage lines are, I did not make here pictures, but I will tell what are marriage lines. Marriage lines are here at the side of Mercury finger. That lines are marriage lines. And on marriage lines, the horizontal line is marriage line. Here horizontal line is marriage line, and vertical line at marriage lines are children lines. And in children lines, two types of lines are there. Thick lines are for boys. Thick lines are for boys and thin lines are for girls. But it's very difficult to predict this thing about child, that will be girl child or boy child. So it's very risky and very tough job, because these lines are very thin. So we have to if we want anyone want to predict, so we have to see by our microscopic or lens. So it's very tough job. So we summarize here. We told about three main lines: lifeline, brain line, headline, and special lines: Mars line, Sun line, Mercury line, foreign line, fate line or luck line, friend line, enemy line, marriage line, children lines. There are two types of lines: boys and girls, and other tension line at Venus Mount. So we will describe about these specific lines. Mars line indicates about our, if we have some good karmas in past life, so there is a God gift. This Mars line is God gift, and some intuition power will be there, and he will very kind person, and if some accident happens with this type of person, then many people will save by effect of this line. And if that this type of people is in a journey, then many people will save by this effect. This is God gift. And next is Mercury line. If Mercury line is present in a palm, then that person will be good in communication skill and good in his business also. Dealing property will be very nice with that guy. And other is foreign line. This is at moon mount. We can predict here that a person will go for foreign, and when will he go for foreign travel, and will he stay there, or it will a little journey for some little time period, or he will go for his treatment for foreign. So we can predict here what is the cause of his foreign travel. So next is, I described little bit about fate line or luck line. This boost, if this line is present in a person palm, then it will boost his luck. So he will gain with his karmas, with little karmas very much. So his luck will be boosted if this line, luck line, fate line is present in a palm. Next is friend line and enemy line. By friend line and enemy line, we can predict if some person have court issues, court cases, so he will win or he will lose the case. So we can predict by these lines. These are friend lines and enemy lines. So we can predict that cases, court cases, court issues, he will win or lose the case. Next is marriage line. We can predict, marriage line is somewhere here, so we can predict about marriage, and when a person marriage will be performed, and what type of marriage it will be good, or some issues with his marriage relationship. So we can predict with marriage lines. And about children, in marriage line there are small and thin lines, that is about children lines. And I described here about tension line, that is at Venus point. If tension lines are present in a person palm, then we can predict that person is in depression, can be in depression, overthinker, or this type of person can be a poet, or can be a good thinker. So these can be negative, or these can be positive. So a palmist can predict that person is overthinker or a good thinker. So it's all about lines. One more lines are there, that is bracelet lines. So it can be 1, 2 or 3 or can be 4. So there are if one person have one line or 1.5 line, then results are others and 2 or 3. So we will decide how many lines are bracelet lines in a palm. So then we can conclude the result about bracelet lines. Tells about a person's health and his progress also. So these are also specific lines. So this is sufficient for today's lecture. So we summarized here and little brief described about the lines. So in our next video we will tell about mount, and we will take one line and its effect, its starting point and ending point, then what are the results. Then we will make more videos on palmistry slowly. So stay with us, and if our videos are good, so like, comment, and if not, subscribe. You are new with my channel, so subscribe my channel, and it's okay. Thanks.